Ladies and gentlemen, it's the captain speaking. Due to the current circumstances, obviously, that are unprecedented for us here at Emirates.
Imagine boarding a flight, settling in for takeoff, and then suddenly rushing off in panic, because a visa rule changed overnight. That's exactly what happened this weekend at San Francisco International Airport. Just minutes before takeoff, phones started buzzing, and passengers suddenly demanded to disembark the plane.
Travel with us, and that's perfectly fine. All we ask is that if you wish to offload.
On September 20th, Trump signed a proclamation imposing a $100,000 fee on new H-1B visa petitions. The move triggered chaos at airports and confusion among Indian professionals across the United States who depend heavily on the visa program.
So it's just not economic. If you're going to train somebody, you're going to train one of the recent graduates from one of the great universities across our land, train Americans, stop bringing in people to take our jobs. That's the policy here, $100,000 a year for H-1B visas, and all of the big companies are on board. We've spoken to them about the gold card.
They love it. They love it. They really love it. They need it.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the captain speaking.
At San Francisco International Airport, panic broke out on an Emirates flight bound for India. Several Indian passengers demanded to disembark just minutes before takeoff, fearing they might not be allowed back into the US if they left. The flight was delayed for more than 3 hours as ground staff scrambled to manage the exits. Eyewitnesses shared videos on X and Instagram, showing the confusion spreading on board. One user posted, "An international flight packed with Indians, coming for Durga Puja, had completed boarding and was due to leave San Francisco Airport when the news about H-1B visa new rules just broke out. Indians aboard panicked, pleaded to get off the plane." The fear wasn't just at airports. Tech giants like Microsoft, Amazon, and JP Morgan reportedly urged employees on H-1B visas to avoid international travel or return to the US immediately, before the order took effect on September 21st. Currently, filing an H-1B petition costs between $2,000 and $5,000. Trump's order raises that to a staggering $100,000, or nearly 88 lakh rupees, for new applications. Experts warn this could devastate Indian professionals and the companies that depend on them. Indians make up over 70% of all H-1B visa holders. Hours later, the White House tried to calm fears. Spokesperson Caroline Leavitt clarified on X, "This is not an annual fee. It's a one-time fee that applies only to the petition." But the clarification didn't stop the panic. Immigration lawyers reported a surge in calls from anxious clients. Families rushed to return to the US before the rule kicked in at midnight, afraid they'd be locked out or face unbearable costs. The H-1B visa, a mainstay for Indian tech workers, is typically issued for 3 years and renewable for another 3. Trump's order cited rising unemployment among American computer science graduates, layoffs linked to H-1B hiring, and national security risks as justification. For now, uncertainty grips the Indian diaspora. And with the rule already in effect, thousands of families and workers are left wondering, how much more will they have to pay to chase the American dream? For more news and updates, watch Mint News.
All we ask is that if you wish to offload yourself,